Hey guys, welcome back to Pavelada, and welcome back to Steam Prison, where we are finally free from evil, gross glissade. Oh god, it's a miracle. And we're here with Adage, back at home, safe, everything's good. He's explaining what's happening, or what happened, and yeah.
結局、助けられなかったけどな。
Forgot to mention that he also set his previous quote-unquote sister and his father on fire. Yeah. You couldn't? Is he dead?
ああ、多分。プリシラを焼いたんだ。それをかばうためにあいつも火にまみれてた。バカな父親だ。俺は昔母さんと約束したんだ。父さんは心が弱い人だから助けてあげろって言われて、その約束を守るために父さんを探し続けた。そしてやっと見つけたから助けたかった。これ以上罪を重ねないようにな。けど気づかされたんだ。結局俺も部品でしかないって。プリシラの体と一緒。あの人の欲を満たすためのかけらに過ぎない。少しは期待したけど、まあそれはもう盛大に裏切られた。やっぱり愛情なんてなかった。俺は愛される資格なんてないんだ。
Adage.
それに気づいたんだ。俺と父さんは全く違うって。俺は人の命をおもちゃのようにもてあそばない。誰のためでなく、自分の生することへの誇りのために生きてきた。彼のようにはなれないし、絶対になりたくない。気づくのにこんなに時間がかかったけど、やっと目が覚めた。
It took you way too long. Do you know how frightened I was?
ああ、すまない。俺の父親のせいであんたは両親を亡くしてしまった。
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
俺が父を殺した今、無罪を証明することはできなくなってしまった。
Thanks a lot for that.
ああ、俺の家族のせいであんたの人生はめちゃくちゃになった。こんな状態で好きになってくれとは言わない。虫が良すぎるからな。
Lord.
だけどあんたを好きでいることは許してほしい。初めてなんだ。誰かに心から思ってもらえたこと、今までなかったから。あんたと出会えてよかったと思ってる。
Adage took my hand. I can't decide that just yet. It's not that I still hate you, but when I think about my parents, Sorry.
いい。わかってる。当然だ。言っただろう。好きになってくれとは言わないと。
But... Oh, picture get.
何泣いてんだ。どうした？
Yeah, she's seriously just sobbing. I don't know, I just...
俺が泣かせたのか。俺、あんたに迷惑かけてばっかだな。
Yeah, you do. Yes. That sounds about right. You're a horrible man.
責任持って償う。 死者は生き返らせることができないし、あんたの両親にはただ謝ることしかできないけど、俺のことはどう思ってくれてもいい。だが、
Wow.
ここにいてくれないか。一生をかけてあんたに尽くす。
He's proposing to me?
そう。別に他の男を好きになってもいいし、それとこれとは別であんたを支えたい。あんたを好きでいることを許してほしい。
Okay. Adage began to practice again. We were extremely busy for the first few days, but after a week or so, things calmed down. I took care of the house and we took turns cooking. My cooking was about as bad as his, but I was positive enough to convince him it was better, so I won that one. Besides, I wanted to improve. One day, he was going to eat my cooking and like it so much that I got to make all the meals.
ほら、できたぞ。
Thank you. Yep, it sucks.
あんたな、もっと言い方というものがあるだろう。
You don't mince words either. Just as we were about to eat, there was a knock at the door. Adage was about to stand, but I beat him to it. Outside was...
Adage はいるか?
Oh, Jesus Christ, Burger! Sir Burger?
貴様。いや、アダージはいるかと聞いている。
俺に何の用だ？
グリッサード・ローゼライト殺害の容疑がかかっている。来てもらおう。
Oh, God.
容疑も何も、犯人は俺だ。
Oh, no! Adage! Adage.
嘘を言っても仕方がないだろう。それに俺は後悔していない。父であるグリッサード・ローゼライトを殺したのはこの俺だ。
父親殺しか。親殺し同士、お似合いだな。罪を認めるなら話は早い。処刑する。ついてこい。
わかった。
But don't just accept that.
殺したのは事実だ。それが罪だというのなら仕方ない。
No, it's not. Are you going to leave me behind here?
行ってくる。
But Adage... Rip. The execution was to take place in front of the Hounds building. A crowd of curious onlookers had gathered to see the public spectacle. This isn't pretty, everyone. If only I could have made a scene and stopped the execution that way. But all that would have achieved was my arrest. All I could do was watch and wait.
あ、出てきたぞ。
Adage emerged from the building. Berger and Sir Ines were flanking him. They positioned Adage inside the gate and then walked forward.
囚人番号8461、アダージュ・ローゼライト。本日、貴様をグリッサード・ローゼライト殺害の罪で処刑する。異論はあるか？
ない。俺、アダージュ・ローゼライトは父グリッサード・ローゼライトを殺した。あの男は自らの欲のために人を殺した。その事実はリーダーであるなら知らないはずがない。違うか？俺は人を殺すことの重みを感じないグリッサードとは違う。俺のしたことが罪だというのなら受け入れよう。さっさと殺せ。
望み通り殺してやる。
Adage...
待て、ザックス！
Berger had already raised his sword when Sir Ines spoke.
なんだ？
彼を医師としてハウンズに従事させるのはどうだろう？
はあ？殺人者を雇えというのか？
ああ、そうだ。ここ下界へ好んでくる医者はなく、グリッサードさんが亡き今、 ハウンズの衛生状態は悪化が懸念される。ならば彼を殺すのではなく、利用する方が賢明だ。
だがやはり犯罪者を従事させるなど。
では自分が保証する。彼が不祥事を起こした時は自分が一切の責任を負う。
Enos, my man. Oh my god, what a... Oh god. Can't wait to do his route next, because he's such a good guy in this one.
長い目で見て何が正しいか考えろ。
Burger thought about it. Eventually, he sheathed his sword.
貴様ら、見せ物は終わりだ。死ね。
I looked after Burger as he went back into the building. The people returned to their lives. One by one, they disappeared, until only Adage, Serenus, and I were left. Adage!
はあ、なんだ。来てたのか。
Of course! I flew at him and pressed myself against his chest.
処刑を見に来るなんて、趣味が悪いな。
That's not why I...
照れ隠しだ。許せ。
Adage patted my head and looked at Serenus.
あんたには感謝する。だがどうして俺を救った？多少交流があるとはいえ、そんな仲じゃないだろう。
殺すには惜しかった。それ以外にも理由が必要か？
いや、不要だな。愛してるとか言われても気色が悪いし受け入れがたい。
Oh man, the ship for them has sailed.
安心しろ。そんなことは言わん。殺した親がいた仕事場で働くのは酷なことだろうが。
別に。グリッサードはともかく、あの部屋に思い入れはない。ああ、そうだ。イネス、一つ頼み事がある。助手として、こいつも一緒に雇ってくれないだろうか。
助手？
ああ。診療所でも世話になっている。世話をしているところもあるが。優秀な医者を雇えるんだ。構わないだろ
う。わかった。ザクスに伝えておこう。
Burger's gonna lose his mind. Serenus walked off, and the two of us headed to the medical facilities, which somehow miraculously didn't burn down. The fire damage had been repaired. Everything was back to normal. Nothing remained that told of the inferno. It was as if Glacade was merely out of the room.
驚いた。本当。あの時のままだな。
Yes. It feels like Glacade could walk out from behind that curtain over there. Adage walked over to it and pulled the curtain aside. What are you doing?
あんたが変なことを言うからだ。いなくてよかった。
I'm glad he did, because it was kind of creepy. Adage closed the curtain again and looked around.
何もかも。グリッサードとプリシラがいなくなった以外は、全く変わってないな。私物とかも、そのままみたいだ。
He walked over to the table. Is it okay if we go through this?
いいに決まってるだろう。持ち主はいないんだから。
Right. I began to go through the late doctor's belongings as well. Drugs, herbs, the usual. You had a lot more complex things, Adage.
医療は日進月歩だ。俺は技術の進歩に合わせて学んでたが、父さんの知識は止まったまま。その違いだろう。
I see. Sometimes I think you might be smart, Adage. So insulting.
時々じゃないだろう。バカ。
Wow. Yes, not just sometimes.
どうした？
There's a locked box here. I can't find the key.
貸してみろ。
Adage took the box and produced a slender metal key which he had inserted into the keyhole.
よし。開いた。
Where'd you find this key? Wow, the skills of a doctor.
違う。これは個人的なスキルだ。 養護施設で身につけた。
The orphanage?
あ、脱走したい時に便利だぞ。
Get out at night. I can't imagine what you must have been like.
さあな。中身はと。
Inside was a single folded piece of paper. Adage carefully opened it. Is that? What is it? Oh, picture get! A picture?
ああ。父さんと母さんと俺の小さい頃何かの記念で作られたやつだ。どうしてこんなものを。
Maybe Glissade loved you after all.
バカ。そんなわけない。あんな態度をとっておいてありえないだろう。思い出さないし平気だと思ったんだが、こんな置き土産をされると調子が狂うな。
Adage took the little box and the picture and sat down on a chair.
過去は過去だと割り切ろうと思ってるのに、いちいち振り返ることになりそうだ。これから先も治療中とか何かあるたびに思い出すんだろうな。父さんならどうしたか、父さんならどう対処するか、父さんなら
Chop him up and make a child out of it. Sorry, worst jokes. Oh god.
多分鬱陶しいと思う。そういう時は殴っていいから殴れ。我慢されるのが一番困る。
I won't punch you. I don't rely on violence that much.
だがゼロじゃない。多少は手を出すだろう。
Well, sometimes if it speeds things up. Anyway, as long as you're you, I'm fine with that.
俺のまま？
Yes, as long as you live true to yourself, I don't mind if you indulge in self-doubt.
困るだろう。
Is that your line? Oh, okay. I wouldn't want it to happen every day. But it's okay if you doubt yourself sometimes. Wanting to face the future doesn't mean you need to abandon the past. You are who you are because of the past. If you feel like you can't walk anymore, I will lead you on. We can walk together.
ムカつくな。
What?
あんた、ほんとムカつく。年下のくせに、俺の方が偉いんだぞ。わかってるか？あんたが俺の手を引くんじゃない。俺があんたの手を引くんだ。
Oh,
そこのところ、よく覚えておけ。
No. That's the same thing.
一緒じゃない。バカ。だいたい、あんたは俺に構いすぎなんだ。自分のことも少しは考えろ。そんなんだから、きっぱりと気持ちを立てないし、離れられない。今はダメでも、いつか絶対振り向かせてみせるから。首を洗って待ってろ。
That sounds wrong in a number of ways.
そうか。ま、俺らしくていいだろう。あんたと会えてよかった。好きだ。
Oh. Oh. That must have been the happy ending. He didn't die. But Finn died! Is there any way that Finn could have survived? Am I crazy? Oh, God. Well, we get to listen to the ending song again. I'm pretty sure the ending song is actually the same song as, like, have you guys heard of that song that plays in that, like, old Cinderella movie? Not old, but, like, the new remake of the Cinderella movie? Like, the Lavender's Blue Dilly Dilly something. I don't remember what it goes like, but I think it's, like, a version of that. And, oh, right, I forgot to say this, but I found out that this is Finnish. I don't know if I forgot to say it, actually. I think I guessed that it was, like, Italian or something, but I was wrong. So, yeah, it's Finnish. Which, yeah, I don't know. I like the song a lot. Let's talk about Adage. So, Man. What a fucking roller coaster. That was insane. I honestly thought I would, like, again, with Steam Prison endings, I have no idea if it's like a bad ending or if it's the good ending. Even if I answer all of the like right things, like we answered a lot of positives on this one. Like if not every single one was like positive. And he, like, I seriously was so afraid that we got the bad end. And I was just like, how? What did I do wrong? Did I make a wrong mistake? Did I do something wrong somewhere? Like, but in the end, of course, it's just like 5 plot twists, and then it's like, oh, everyone's alive except for Finn. Like, you win. Like, I'm assuming it's a good ending. Oh, God. Adage needs therapy very badly because I don't know. That's just like a lot of fucking problems to be going through. This might be my favorite route so far out of the other two. Like, I love Ulrich, and I think that he's like a cute cinnamon roll, and I think that he honestly is probably the best pairing for Krimu because of the age similarity and like how they get along and stuff. But for Adage, I think this is the best route in terms of like, you get to see so much character progression, and you get to see like, I don't know, he just has a very heart-wrenching story. Like, Ulrich's confused the crap out of me. No offense to Ulrich. Like, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. And then Weiss is such a pain in the ass. And then Eldcreed's, everybody knows how I feel about Pasta Man, so we'll just shove him aside. But Adage's really, really tugs on your heart. It's like, oh man, you feel so bad for him. And then you like all of these, like, I don't know, all of his little quirks and stuff. Oh, here we go. Epilogue time. About a year later. Adage and I were still a doctor and assistant. We hadn't gone back to acting like we were married. Whoops. We were touching each other less now. Our relationship was strictly professional. While he was working as a doctor for the hounds, I learned that he'd made a mistake in treating a little girl and she had died. Oh shit, she died? Rip. He was trying to atone for that by treating both the hounds and the people from the sanctuary district. His workload was much bigger now, but he also smiled more and seemed happier. It makes me happy to see him like that. But it seemed like we'd always be doctor and assistant. That made me sad, but I didn't have the courage to do something about it. All I can do is wait for him. All I can do is wait. He's making me wait too long.
何が?
Uh-oh.
今待たせすぎと言っただろう。患者はもういないはずだが。何か見えてるのか?
No. We often went for stretches without conversation, but this particular silence was awkward. What should I do? Of all the times to have no idea what to say, had to be right when I was flustered and needed to reply. Maybe I should ask a question. Adage, how do you feel about me?
好きだ。
I see.
なんだよ。何の確認だったんだ、今の。
Never mind.
いや。いやいや。そんなことあるかよ。なんかあるから切り出したんだろ。話せって。
Should I really be your assistant?
どういう意味だ? 転職したいのか?
No, that's not what I'm talking about our relationship. Try to be more perceptive. I wish I could explain it better. I wasn't able to admit what I felt for him. It was frustrating to see myself like that.
俺は時間をかけるのが得意だから。ずっと待ってる。
God.
待ってるつもりだった。
I'm gonna wait forever.
あんたが振り向くまでさ。あんたがもし受け入れてくれるなら、欲張って他のことも頼みたいんだが。
A request? It would depend on the request. What is it?
そうだな。
Woo!
欲を言えば。
Oh God!
俺と 恋人になってほしい。夫婦でもか。そこら辺のこだわりは俺にはない。だが抑制していた分溜まってる。
Oh,
めちゃくちゃ抱きたい。
Jesus Christ, dude.
婚前交渉はしたくないからやはり結婚だな。クソ親父と一緒のローゼライト姓を名乗るのは嫌だろうから俺が婿養子になってもいい。そこは任せる。
I mean, I'm glad he realizes that we don't want Glacade's last name, but like the reason why you want to get married is just to have sex. Like the fuck?
しかしここでは俺たちは姓は名乗れない。決めても意味がないし決めなくても問題ないだろう。ということで問題はあんたの気持ちと覚悟だけだ。どうだ。
This is the worst proposal I've ever heard in my life.
なんだその鳴き声。
No. This confuses me. I'm not sure what I...
言ってみろと言ったのはあんただろう。
Well, I did, but you're a doctor, right? You're smart, right? Can you give me a summary of what you want?
そうだな。いいだろう。
I'm afraid.
俺と結婚してほしい。
Oh.
ようやくしてやったぞ。理解できたか。
He's so rude. Yes, but...
こんなのいきなり頼まれてもはいとは言えないよな。わかってる。大丈夫。気長に待つ。
It's okay. I can answer. I held Adage back. He'd been about to leave again. Alright. We can marry if you wish. I just couldn't say it in a more feminine way.
いいのか。遊びでは言ってない。本気にしまくるぞ。
What the heck? Who says that? I'm serious this time. I really will fuck you this time. What the heck? I think that just raised him from being my favorite to being my absolute favorite. Like, put him as number 1 on the favorite list. Because it's so badly worded. Like, oh god. Okay, I'm expecting that. You have to commit to things like that. Besides,
それに
I like you, Adage. Don't think I hate you. I managed to find peace during the last year. I'm thinking I should accept how I feel. He's in shock. Why aren't you saying anything? Is something wrong?
あるわけないだろ。バカ。
Picture get.
あんた、ほんと可愛くないよな。
Well, sorry.
悪いとは言ってない。そういうとこも含めて好きなんだよ。施設にいた時、俺もよく言われた。可愛げがないってさ。だからあんたの気持ち、よくわかるよ。
You were such a cute kid. You were so adorable as a child. What? You? Don't throw me into the same basket as yourself. I might be a tomboy, but I'm certainly cuter than you, I think.
悪い悪い。やっぱりこうでないとな。アダージュローゼライトは君を幸せにします。だから願わけばずっと一緒にいてください。
Oh god. Oh my god. This is great. This is so great. I'm so happy for you, Creamu. Oh, after all the bullshit, this is so beautiful. Adage,
返事は
this is so sudden, and you're being so serious about it.
ごまかすなよ。返事は
I couldn't find the words, so I kissed him lightly on his cheek. This is my answer.
なるほど。了解だ。大切にする。これからの人生を俺と一緒に生きてくれるあんたに捧げよう。大好きだ。だが、本当にいいのか？即答して。
Is there something wrong with it?
悪くはないが、あっけなさすぎて逆に不安になる。ただ流されてるだけじゃないのかと。
It's alright.
その
I like you, Adage.
はあ、愛してるくらい言えよ。
I can't say that. It's too sudden.
そうか。その辺の特訓も必要だな。
Wow. Trained?
ああ、あんたは俺の助手なんだ。常に技術を磨いておくべきだ。違うか？
I know that, but what does that have to do with this?
いいや、大いに関係ある。俺のモチベーションに関わる。あんたが俺を喜ばせれば喜ばせるほど、俺は仕事に励む。
I see.
これからの成長を期待させてもらおう。
Okay. I feel like I'm being cajoled.
乗せてんだよ、バカ。あんたは本当、俺を楽しませるのが上手だ。
Are you really complimenting me?
ああ、もちろんだ。あんたが言わないなら、俺が言ってやる。愛してる。
This is beautiful. Thank you.
スチームプリズン
Oh man, that's the end of Adage's route. Damn, oh man, that was such a good storyline. I mean, well, some of it wasn't. And rip Finn still. God. Guys, playing through this has made me realize this is really intense. Like, this was by far the most intense reaction I've had, I think, to like the information that the route was giving. Because like in Adage's route, you found out like everything. You found out who killed your parents, and you found out that like Rayleigh and Merlot were murdered. Although, did we find out who killed them? I just made an assumption that it was Finn, but I don't think they like outright said. I don't know. But it's like Finn's dead again. Rip. I don't know. You found out like so much, and you found out that like Glissade is the reason why you're down here. Like that makes so much sense. We don't know who was like the puppet of Glissade, who like actually did the knife work for your parents, but still, you find out so much more, you know? And then Adage is just such like a, I don't know. At first I was really worried about him because like of how old he was in comparison to Creamu. But like the emotional age of people is different, you know? Like clearly he hadn't gone through like a lot of like I don't know. He went through a lot of trauma, and like I think that kind of like made him better to me for some reason. Is that weird? Like I felt like he wasn't as manipulative, and I felt like he was more leaning on her for support, which I actually appreciated more. He didn't come off as creepy, unlike Eltcreed, who was actually like a year younger than him. Eltcreed came off as like a weird uncle or something, because he always tried to like shoulder everything on himself, you know? And Adage is like the opposite, where he like would show weakness and show like he would explain like, yeah, my father like is a huge issue for me and etc and stuff like that. And then Creamu would try to help him out, and he would actually like listen to her and not like talk down to her. And when he did talk down to her, it was like always a joke. It was like, oh, hey, look, this lizard. Oh, like, ha, you're such an idiot. Like, well, like I'm the one who's like gonna lead us in this relationship. He was like clearly joking. While Eltcreed, it didn't really feel like a joke. It was very much like him always pointing out her sexuality and pointing out that like he was more well versed in that kind of stuff, you know? So I think I like Adage better like than Eltcreed. My ranking would be Ulrich, Adage, Eltcreed right now. Granted, I haven't seen Ines' route yet, and I hear that God also has a route. Saint Yoon also has a route, so we're gonna play Saint Yoon's after Ines'. So next episode will be Ines' route.